Alright, so instead of watching just Mr. Santizal's video on his Reddit page, I figured it'd be better to actually just dive into his Reddit and make my own comments for myself. As much as I love watching Mr. Santizal video, watching a guy watch a guy go on a Reddit page isn't really that good of content, I think. So here I am here. Plus, I can explore other sections of Reddit, because all this guy really wants to talk about is fucking WWE. So let's just get into this, man. This is exciting. Starting with this great one here. It's comical at this point. So Samoan, Triple H, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Penta, Julia, MGMC, Gable, right. Well, Chad Gable's injured, so I don't even know. I actually forgot Alpha Fire's still with the company, I'll be honest. I guess, yeah. I kind of miss when people just appreciate that a roster is really, like, from top to bottom is really, like, has a lot of talent within it, like, because when you do have, like, a really talented undercard, you will have, like, a lot of this where people are just kind of, like, they're good, but then they have, the role to play, just kind of at the top of the card. It's just funny because I don't see AEW get this kind of hate, for, like, just keeping guys to Ring of Honor. Someone like an AR Fox, who had his entire AEW career derailed, and has not yet to really recover from it, truly, I think, so... there's a bunch of guys there. I could do the exact same thing with an AEW roster like this too. But yeah. I think it's just kind of funny when people talk about this and like they don't really want to appreciate a really, a really talented pool of members of their roster, They want everyone to have their push all at once, really. Or to be like, not really much consistency. They want everyone to just kind of have their moment in the sun and then just kind of go along like that, yeah. LA Knight, I always think it's funny how people, like, complain about LA Knight. I saw someone say that, like, actually, never mind. I won't get into that. It's not even here. Maybe we'll get into it more. But, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that there. Let's be honest. Dom's neck tattoo sucks. I'm sure that has a very cool meaning. Obviously, it's, like, some kind of luchador mask that I'm unaware of, but... I mean, I'm not gonna fucking just sit here behind a camera at home, fucking, just be like, oh, this guy's fucking tattoo sucks, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's cool. I think I'm not gonna say like it presents well on TV. It'll just be a neck tattoo that he has. I don't mind it. It's nothing really crazy out here. Ilya has been pushed more in one day than Melo over 1 year. Dude, these fucking comparisons, man. You can't just be happy for one guy to actually get a push. You gotta be like, oh, well, this guy still hasn't got a push either, so why don't we take the title belt from him and put it on here? Like, just relax, bro. Just chill. Keep on supporting your wrestlers that you like, but just relax, man. No need to fucking, like, make comparisons here, really. He hasn't left the company yet. There's still time. Oh, yeah, I saw this. This was awesome, actually. I'll be honest, this is a very interesting collection of wrestlers to have tatted on your hands. Like, Shotzi is a very interesting one to me. But these look awesome, dude. These look fantastic. I love the way these have turned out. They have the Mysterio's Penta. I like it's funny. It's like the 3 luchadors and then Sheamus. That's great, though, man. Those are awesome. I like that. What the fuck is this? What are we doing here? I don't know who this account is. Let's just see. I don't know who this account is. He took an Instagram screenshot. That's pretty cool. Rumors are floating around that Andrade's 90-day clause situation is orchestrated by WWE to allow Edge to come back. How does it all tie up? How does that work? I don't know why I'm giving this time of day. Like, this doesn't deserve recognition. Who here thinks they should stop pushing Jay and start pushing Big Jim? Fucking not me, dude. I'll tell you that. No fucking way. I'm good, man. You can keep that. I hate how they had Lesnar squash Cena in one of his final dates because now it feels like he needs to get his get back on Lesnar, but I also don't want another date wasted on Cena versus Lesnar. Yeah, I mean, people theorize that was the reason why this match played out the way it did. Because, like, they're setting up a rematch for it. I don't think so. Like, Cena hasn't, like... Has he appeared on Raw yet? No, he hasn't. But I don't think they would have done it like that. I think if that was the case, if that is how they was wanting to play out, I think they would have done Cena Lesnar later, and then Cena could have talked about it a bit more and saying, "Oh, I want this win back," and then that could be like a final match. So I don't think that's actually gonna happen. I think that was just a one and done, weird match just for like the big moment at the start. So I'm glad we can. I think at this point we can move on from this. So I'm not gonna worry about this, bro. Tell me why this is the fucking. Tell me why like. What? This is crazy, but awesome, actually. This is so weird, though, man. Like, okay, great that Dragon Lee's won a main roster title. AJ Styles gets another title added to his collection. That's awesome. Dude, this is like the weirdest pairing to win a tag team title since, like, I don't know, John Cena and The Miz 2011? Like, what a weird combination. Like, to win the titles. Like, you have you have other guys in the tag team division trying to go for it, and you have these guys win. It's like, wow, okay. I guess that's pretty, it's interesting, it's cool. I'm excited to see more from them together as a tag team. But, super fucking random, man. This was crazy random. But, good for AJ, good for Dragon Lee, excited to see, and good for Dragon Lee, man. He actually really does deserve something like this, so I'm excited to see where they go on from here. They will probably have some very fun weekly TV matches for those tag team titles, so cool. I'm here for that. He is completely hollow. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What the fuck? Hello, picture? Oh, okay, here we go. Fine. All right, fine. Let's talk about this then. Jey Uso winning the battle royal to get a shot at CM Punk. It's just funny because like. They're obviously trying to establish. I think they're gonna go forward with this kind of Jey Uso reinvention kind of thing. It's so funny. Everyone on this subreddit here, right? We were talking about like how when the Jey Uso transition, he's becoming more of a heel, more of a bad guy, and people were actually excited for that, right? They were excited for that, but then like they actually kind of go all out with it and put him in a world title spot against CM Punk, and in ways we can now progress the story in a more interesting factor. People are like, "Oh, overpushed. I no longer care. I don't care about this anymore. This guy's bad. This guy sucks. All that good stuff." Like, bro, you wanted you wanted this story to progress. This is how we're going to progress, and now you just don't want it all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck? This is why nobody listens to you. This is why Triple H don't listen to you, bro. Cause you guys are fucking like, you can't decide on what you really want. Like, obviously you want LA and I get that. But still, you wanted progression from the Jey Uso storyline. The fans obviously want progression. Like the in-person fans obviously want progression of the Jey Uso storyline. So we're gonna have progression in this way with this new opportunity open up because of Seth Rollins' injury. So we're gonna go forward with this. All right, that's what we're doing. I'm sorry, man. Like, I get it. I want to see LA Knight win the big one too. I hope he does eventually as well, but we're not there yet, man. It's gonna pay off, dude. It will. I just think it's so funny. People talk about how, like, not striking when the iron's hot. Unlike him winning the world title. It's just like, dude, it would be your fault. I can't say it like that, man. But like, if the flame dies out, I can't exactly, depending on how they book him, obviously, but if the flame dies out in LA, I can't necessarily put all the blame on WWE. I can also put the blame on fans, too, for not showing as much interest in it, because that feels like such an attack on the fans, bro. I feel like, I'm just saying, like, we play a part in trying to get our voices heard and, keeping momentum up. And that's something we have to do if we want to see the outcomes that we desire, So when I saw, like, the LA Knight fan account stop saying, "Oh, I'm going to stop watching," like, that's just not the way to do it, man. You create social movements. You create a bigger movement than the movement, Like, that's how you get your voice heard. So it just the voice just has to be strong enough for it to do that, So I'm sorry, it's just not strong enough, man. Which I don't like that. I don't like that either. But that's just how it is sometimes. That's just how wrestling is, Some guys will make it to the mountaintop, some guys don't, man. That's just how it is. I believe Randy Orton's record of youngest male world champion at 24 years old will never be broken because of how long wrestlers have to stay in NXT for. I mean, I don't know how young people are, like, how, like, as young you could get for being signed to NXT. But, like, dude, Javon Evans is, like, super ready to become NXT champion. and like 3 years from now he could be world champion, maybe. But there are some super super young people on NXT right now, so like I can't say it will never be broken. It probably will be broken, but I think yeah, it might be a long, like to say just because wrestlers how long they have to stay in NXT for, man. Like I could see that argument too. All right. Man, I feel bad for these guys. We're gonna get to full-blown like racism here in a few months, man. We're gonna get there at some point. There's gonna be some crazy shit said in these next few months. I love Aleister Black. I love Aleister Black too. This is a guy, you know, like who's fitting his role perfectly. He's not really like, you know, trying to like. He's not like he's a perfect addition to like the SmackDown viewership, and he's a good reason to watch SmackDown these days. Cause look at this presentation, bro. This is awesome. Zelina Vega joining up with them is sick. And yeah, his presentation's still really cool. It's everything that's I've kind of hoped it would be so far. Again, we're not gonna talk about the R-Truth loss. We're gonna talk about how cool this guy is and how he will continue to be cool. Hopefully. Holy shit, I fucking hate when they pull out the dislike. I hate when you guys pull out the fucking dislikes, bro. It's like, oh my god. How devastating. They're gonna lose fucking millions of dollars now. 76% of people with this extension disliked it. Oh my god. Also, yeah, that's totally just a fucking estimation based off people who actually have that extension, but oh my god, dude, it's over. He should just quit, you know? He should quit, dude. He has 34,000 dislikes. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, it's over. We're done. We're fucking done. Like, how are you guys gonna be the one to, like, say ratings don't matter, but then pull this shit out, you know? Like, what are we doing? Who cares how many dislikes it has? Who the fuck cares? Okay, it has a lot of dislikes. Cool. Look how many fucking views it has, dude. Like... They don't give a fuck about the dislikes. They don't give a shit. It's useless. Like, oh, it's just dumb. It's just a dumb way to like back up your claims, man. Like if you just want to say something shit, just say something shit. Don't pull out this fucking these dislike meters that aren't even fucking accurate. You know, like it's just lame. You're so lame. I just want to stop talking to you if you ever pull out the oh well this got this many dislikes. But like fuck off, man. That's not interesting. That doesn't matter at all. So. Oh, why this wasn't a bad choice? I'm here for it. I like this. 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 I like both sides of an argument. Now, before, we know that Punk's gonna win. Now that Seth is out of the vision, they would have no reason to intervene. So 9 times out of 10, they won't. Since we know Punk would win, they needed someone to face him. Why is Jay the right choice? Because he doesn't need to win. If it was someone like LA or Jimmy to win, people would be torn on who actually should win the title. If Punk were to win against LA, people would complain about how Knight deserves the title. Same thing for Jimmy if he were to win the Battle Royal. Do people actually want a Jimmy Uso world title reign? Is that what I'm getting? That's all I'm getting at from here. Is that people actually want a Jimmy Uso title reign. Okay, in terms of what this is saying, I think this actually makes sense, you know? I think him losing another world title matchup against someone like CM Punk would make for, you know, it would make sense, and it would, further the storyline better. The fact that, you know, Jey Uso, he just still can't win the big one. He can't win it anymore, and that he's been given this opportunity to, but he still can't win it, so that only further justifies the actions that he's been having these last few weeks, you know? And it only gives him more reason to turn more into like a Roman Reigns kind of thing, you know, to be more like him. It just gives him more reason to lose this title, or you know he can fucking just cheat to win it and become like a full-blown heel by this time. I didn't get to talk about this, bro. Oh, God, dude, are you serious? Like I didn't even get to talk about this, but I was so pissed off reading that Wesley got released, man. Like. I genuinely think people should go out of their way to, like, just watch all the NXT episodes where he was the North American champion and fucking tell me this guy was not main roster ready, dude. Like, you know what? Oh my god, man. Like, how? This guy was one of the best baby faces of that entire era, and that was, like, peak, like, Bloodline Sami Zayn time, dude. this guy was so cool. He was such a good over babyface. He was super, super good in the ring. He wrestled very often. Like, he was very active. And they just fucking cut him when they said, oh, we got nothing else for you to do. And, like, he had no interest in being used in the main squad. What the fuck not? Like, just have him be a jobber. I don't care. He's young. He would have good TV matches. I don't care. Have him lose. Just do something. You decide to cut him? I just read the thing, too. They're gonna bring up more NXT call-ups, supposedly, because, fucking injuries are plaguing the roster. Why not this fucking guy? Like, sick of this shit, man. Can't take this shit no more. That's what fucking gets me fucked up. Nice. That doesn't even make sense. If I send you this, just know it means nothing. Okay, cool. Why the fuck would you send me that then? Just face the truth that Knight is never wearing world title. He's buried. That's such a dumb mentality. If he doesn't win the world title, he's buried, dude. Yeah, definitely, man. That means we've just forgotten what it means to be buried. Like, I feel like we've genuinely, like, that word's just been so overused at this point, and like has so little meaning now, you know. I remember when a burial was like fucking what happened to the Nexus and Dolph Ziggler, or like Carlito by Triple H in 2007. Like, you know, like nowadays being buried means you don't win a world title. Like, you could have like fucking 50, you could, like, dude, they'd call, like, okay, if this kind of internet wrestling community was back then in like 2007, 2008, they would legitimately call Shawn Michaels buried. They would legitimately call Shawn Michaels buried because, oh, he just hasn't won the world title in 10 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why this is just so dumb, man. It's just fucking ridiculous what we're doing here, and just using this word in any fucking context when our guy just isn't being pushed, you know? It's just ridiculous to me. Finally, an NXT post. I wish Solo speedy recovery, but this is such a weird decision, isn't it? No. I mean, this happens all the fucking time. This happens all the time. People, like, you know, they have friends wrestle for them. But then also, I don't think this injury is real. That's my conspiracy theory. I don't think this injury is real. I think this really is just to further progress the storyline between these two. And it's going to be like a big bait and switch. Because they never disclosed what the actual injury was. We still don't know what the actual injury is. We haven't even had a fucking update. It's Thursday now. We haven't even had an update on what the injury is. Like, I don't think this is anything. I think it'll be a big swerve. It'll be a big swerve. See, there you go. I consider this a fair criticism, maybe. For pretending to be Roman Reigns for 3 months. God, we just had Solo Sikoa pretend to be fucking Roman Reigns. Now we're gonna have Jey Uso. Now that the second Reigns overcommit, then we have two of the worst championship reigns in history. Dude, I don't get what they're doing with this, man. Cause like, every single time they have the belts, they barely defend it. And I don't know why we just can't have regular defenses of these fucking titles, man. Especially when it's just them. Like, this title reign, this second one was so fucking even. Like, at least the first one was like, you know, it was like significant and stood out for its like inactivity. This one was just entirely pointless. Like, legitimately nothing was achieved by these guys holding the belts at all. It's actually amazing how little was achieved by them holding these belts. It's insane, dude. I don't know what they're doing. What the crap is wrong with people? Oh, what the crap? What is this? I fucking love YouTube fucking polls, man. This is awesome. What do you mean what the crap is wrong with people? This is a fair poll, man. What is there to be upset about here? Oh. What do you expect? It's fucking a YouTube poll. I'm getting off this subreddit, man. We're fucking in the trenches here. Dude, this fucking shit about Monet, man, is insane, dude. Like, I swear to God, like, Tony Khan needs to, like, turn her face, man. Because, Jesus Christ. The fucking misogyny that gets thrown her way is insane. Dude, look at this fucking freak, man. Look at this absolute freak. How does his mouth form that way? It's insane. And why does he have this fucking... Oof, this guy is so weird, dude. I'm not giving this woman any attention. That's why y'all motherfuckers are just like. That's what's so fucked up about this. Is like, dude, I don't know why y'all don't get it, man. But like when people post stuff like that, they literally do. It's literally just rage bait. It literally just is. Like we're all just getting rage baited here because people just say the dumbest shit ever. It's Twitter. It's monetized. You are giving her money by talking to her. I don't know why the fuck we're doing this still. I get it, we'll never not do this, but can we just fucking learn to ignore people like this? Cause they literally are making money from you fucking, like, in their, like, them talking on Twitter. Like, can we just not? Can we just ignore them and move on and just not even talk about that at all? Cause, Jesus Christ, that doesn't even deserve the fucking light of day? Holy shit, man. That's fucking cool. I hope this isn't like AI or some shit. This looks fucking sick. Whoa! Cool. I actually gonna read the comments to make sure someone didn't put out it was AI, right? Please, 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 please. Damn, that is a lot of paint. Samantha confirming that, you know, she had a 2-year non-compete clause and now she is 1 year down. Very interesting. I think obviously people have a lot of, I thought we eradicated this. I thought there was a bill dropping that was like stopping this, like preventing this kind of shit from happening, dude. Why the fuck am I reading about like 1 year no competes and 2-year no compete clauses in people's contracts these days? I thought we got rid of this. I thought we had a law to get rid of this. Regardless, though, hey man, they signed the contracts. Like, as egregious that must be, I'm sure they thought about it when they fucking went to go sign their contract. And since they did sign their contract, I guess they saw enough upside for it to not really matter. I'm glad Samantha is able to do a lot more outside of wrestling. That, you know, like, I'm glad this non-compete clause isn't really affecting her income. So that's good for her, and I hope people understand what they're signing into when they sign these kind of contracts, man. It's scary out here. Here's the thing. They aren't the same. Ultimo Dragon won 8 belts all at once in the J Crown tournament. That he did. Mercedes Moné has not only traveled the entire world to win her belts, but she's done so individually for each one. That is true. The record not only should be broken, Mercedes should be held in higher regard given the circumstances. She's legit traveling around the world to wrestle new talent, elevate her stock and the promotions, and add prestige to the title she's won. That's true. I do think it's cooler to have 12 belts. I'll be honest, though. I could not fucking tell you 6 of them, at least. You have... Okay, hold on. Wait. Let me try to see how many belts I can name. I know the Winnipeg Pro Wrestling one because that one's getting fucking shit on Twitter. There's the interim Ring of Honor Women's TV Championship. There's TBS Championship. The Owen Hart Championship. She doesn't have the. She has the CMLL belt. She has, she has the Rev Pro belt. She has one in Italy. What other belts does she have? Queen of the South. I'm up to 8. There's 12? What are the fucking other belts she has? That's the only part of this I disagree with. That she's elevating the stock and the promotions and adding prestige to the title. I mean, she's adding prestige to the title she's won, but they're not really elevating the stock and promotions. I've already forgotten. Like, I couldn't name the last 4 that she has. Yo, this is fucking hilarious, dude. Bro, this guy accused like Andrade with being part of like the cartel or some shit. Dude, he's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And then the original guy deleted the tweet, so he posted the fucking screenshot to make sure everyone knew what the fuck this guy was talking about. That is awesome, man. Andrade is fucking hilarious, dude. Tony Khan says Britt Baker is still with AEW and hopes she returns soon. What a great star in AEW Dr. Britt Baker has been. She's still a fantastic wrestling star. She's been away from AEW for a while, but still very much with us. At some point, hopefully soon, I'd love to see Britt Baker come back. What the fuck? What happened? I don't get it. She literally started like... Who the fuck was it that she was like kind of like burying when they were making their way out of their entrance? And that was literally the last time we saw her. I don't... This is like Triple H talk right here, man. This is just like... I don't see her coming back. Because if she would come back, she would have been back already. You know, like I'm as far as I know, she's not injured. Um, I just don't think I really. You know what? It's so crazy, right? I legitimately think that like when people are talking about like going into All Out 2023 or All In 2023, sorry, and was it 2023 or 2024? It was 2024, and they were talking about Britt Baker versus Money being like a really big decider of how good of a wrestler Britt Baker could be, and then the match kind of stunk. I legitimately think Tony Khan also held that perspective and was like, all right, you know what? We're fucking done here. I'll be honest. We're gonna get your ass off of TV, and we're gonna put some bigger fucking stars here that actually can wrestle a bit better. Which is it's just a crazy fall off, man. It really is like the whole Britt Baker thing. It's just a crazy fall off, man. This needs to be studied. The Britt Baker fall off, dude. It's insane how it's just insane how everything turned out, man. Which, so hopefully, like, I mean, I can't even say like I'm excited to see her back, cause like, is anyone really? I'm not like Britt Baker matches don't excite me anymore unless it's like a fucking death match or something, dude. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. No. Sorry. Only 12 spots in there, buddy. We are not fucking. No. Nah. Fucking Missouri. Why do we still wrestle there, dude? Like, they fucking. I don't know why these guys still do shows in Missouri, man. Like, these guys, like, really? The Missouri Pro Wrestling Commission did not allow bleeding or crowd brawling. What the fuck? What do you mean? It's a show, dumbasses. God damn. I can't. You know what's really surprising, though? I will say. The fact that, like, there was very little bleeding in the show, but like you can literally show someone getting drowned. You could show someone getting waterboarded, but you can't bleed, and people still thought it was too fucking violent, dude. Like that's insane. Oh, here's the list. Right. Okay. So TBS title, Women's Cup, CMLL Women's title, the Rev Pro title, the Queen of Southside title, Scottish Women's title, the EWA Women's title, the PTW Women's title, the Best Yeah Women's title, and the Body Slam Women's title. Listen, I'm getting sick and tired of this. I guarantee they've never watched an EWA show in their life. That's not a burn, buddy. Like, I haven't watched an EWA. Who the fuck? What is EWA? Again, I have no problem with this 12 belt Monet thing. I don't know if I established that earlier. I have no problem with this. This is cool. This is sick. Continue to walk around with a fucking shitload of belts, dude. That's awesome. But I'm not gonna sit up here and say like, oh, I really like, it really adds prestige to the promotions. In a year's time, we're gonna forget all about every single title here. Like, I couldn't even tell you the 8 belts that fucking Ultimate Dragon held. I know one of them was the WWF Junior Heavyweight title. One was the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. There's probably some fucking NWA, CMLL ones that were being sanctioned by Japan. That's about it. So, like, I'm not going to sit up here and say that, like, I think this fucking, makes, like, I'm going to remember this a lot. But it's so cool to just always appear on TV with their belts. Remember when Austin Aries held all the 5 belts on TNA Impact, and then, like, one of the promotions, Defiant Wrestling, went out of business, like, 2 years later? That really helped them out in the long run, guys. It really helped. It really does help themselves out to have all their belts on Mercedes 1A. Bracket for the Women's Tag Championship match. This is cool. I'll talk about this. This is neat. There's gonna be some really good matches in here. I can't wait for Monet and Athena and Tony and Mina to be the finals. I'm kind of sad though that like Athena didn't partner up with Billy Starks. What the fuck is happening with Billy Starks? You want to talk about someone getting buried? I'm talking about someone getting buried. What the fuck is happening with Billy Starks? I don't get it, dude. Like, why can she not be the partner of Athena? Why is she always just being constantly fucking, like, thrown through the ringer of this minion in training and always losing to Athena and not getting done anything and not being on any platforms anymore? Like, is she injured? I couldn't find out anything if she was injured or not. I don't know why she went to team with her. Regardless, though, these will be good matches. These will all be good matches. I'm not really excited for these belts, personally. I think the roster's still a bit too thin. There's only like 30 people on the roster. We're already up to like what, like fucking 8 belts, dude? Like, across Ring of Honor and AEW, and they look exactly the same as the fucking men's tag team titles. Fuck you for doing that. No, we don't. No, you make your own unique belts. That's what you do. You leave this shit for WWE. WWE does the fucking duplication of the belts. You do something different. Fuck you for making the exact same belts. One of the best. I would not say that. I think the Mercedes Moné segment was really dumb, and not a good way to present her at all. I think the matches were pretty great. I loved Okada, Bandito. The trios match was sick. Moxley versus O'Reilly was pretty sick. I like that ending too. It felt different. That's not really an outcome of a match they like maintain consistency with, but I still like that match and the outcome of that. The trios match itself was also really fun. What else was there? That women's tag, 4-way tag was pretty decent. It was just alright. It was just an alright Dynamite. It was okay. I should say too, like that whole puppet thing it wasn't the bad thing about it. I just don't like how when Mercedes was first of all, I don't like how much they make her talk, because it's still like it's getting better, but it's still obviously one of her weaker points. But then also just constantly humiliating her on TV every single week. I swear to God, she's been put through like 5 like tables from these celebrations, dude. I don't know why they just can't like make her look strong outside of the wrestling, because that's really, I guess that's kind of the story too, is just like, you know, like oh well, I can back everything I say up in the ring, even though you might get the upper hand on me, like, you know, here, but like when we get in the ring, I'm the one that's winning, which is fine. But like, don't you also just want to make her look good in the promos? Like, do you not want to do that too? Like, oh God, speaking of promos. Alright, man. I was a big Megan Bayne fan on the Indies. I couldn't believe they didn't pick her up, and then I saw this promo, I was like, yeah, she needs to stay away from a microphone. I see why they put Penelope Ford with her. They cancel each other's weaknesses. It's actually a genius pairing. Okay, yeah, we're gonna end it here, man. That was my look down the Reddit rabbit holes of wrestling Reddit rabbit holes. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a comment what you thought on what your takes were on anything that I've said on any Reddit post that I've talked about in this video. I feel like I've said a lot of things that like would annoy people that I was like maybe I shouldn't have, but hey man, it's just that's the point of the series. It's just to talk. It's just to talk. It's to discuss, you know. It's to discuss things. It's to actually communicate with each other, not just use fucking like statistics or something. That is the video though. Here's another place of all my other Reddit videos you can watch right over here. Video that you can see the like, and you can subscribe to the channel right here, which you should do. So if you want to see more from me, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. That's gonna do it for me though. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.